this is part 2. We back at it with Elbow, man, the lowrider himself, the man himself, man, the man of many talents. But he also had friendships with guys. You was actually friends with the Pan Am's boys, the U.S. boys, the Grandies. One of the guys that you ran with was who?
Well, I started the Pan Am's boys.
You started the Pan Am's boys? Man, tell us about that.
Well, I think on the other one I was talked about that. We started as Pan Am's family to be separated from the Crips and the Bloods, which cats from Blood Hoods and Crips Hood hung out on Pan Am's because we was lowriders. That's how Pan Am started. And it went from that to some gang banging, some stuff happened, somebody got shot over my mother's house as female, and that's what made it go from Pan Am's family to Pan Am's Crips.
Okay. So, prior to that, but you also had friendships with other people that was outside of the Pan Am's family, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
Who were some of those individuals?
Momo from Fruitown, Terry Tarzan, Terry Carter, Icky Dawson.
And he was from Looters.
He was from Looters.
Bo Peep?
Jangles, Bo Peep. Bo Peep was like my brother. Even when I started banging, I would go over Bo Peep's house, and the Bloods would all be out there looking at me like, you know, nigga, get up out of here. And you got to run me out of here. I never just left.
Because Bo Peep was a real lowrider too, right?
Oh man, I have plenty of love for Bo Peep, man. I hate that hurted me when he got killed, man. But see,
and that's Cynthia Nunn, Sylvia Nunn, Marcus Nunn, older brother.
Yeah. Yeah, we lowrided big time, man. But the dope messed it up. When the dope came in, it just fucked everybody up. It's just, I hate to be saying them type of words, using that, but when I think about stuff like that, that's the type of curse words come out of my mouth because I'm not happy on talking about that.
Today, I look in terms that our community, Kev, I'm talking about the community of Compton, suffers from mental malnutrition. They're malnourished when it comes to the mentality. So how have we allowed the gang itself or the gangbang itself to dictate to what is the ethnic identity of the city of Compton? How did that come about? Is there any responsibility to lie on is it simply to lay it all on the triple OGs, or does it go from double OGs to single Gs on and on?
Well, see, to me, it's like this. It started with the OGs, right? But then you got these other generations that wanted to be like the OGs, and they took it and separated and divided everybody up. So really, the OGs, they ain't with us. The OGs that I know, that I grew up with from LA and everywhere else, they ain't like it. So basically, they just stepped out of the way. But the following generation that came up after that with the dope and the money and the this and that, and inspiring these other cats to be like them, it's really what's bad. Like, you got these old cats out here now promoting and representing, you know, that lifestyle. They not even in that lifestyle. They ain't carrying guns. They ain't gangbanging, because gangbangers gangbang.
Should they be wearing shirts like yourself? Let's straighten that shirt out. See what that says, man. What does that shirt say? What does that represent, Kev?
That's Compton. The C is for the Crips. The P is for the Pyrus and the Bloods. And the peace sign is for peace. That's LA and Compton.
Awesome.
That's what that is right there.
How do we achieve that?
Really by checking all these old cats and really just push them out the way. Because to me, it's like this. If you older and you went through that lifestyle, basically you trying to take these youngsters back to the 80s instead of bringing them up to the future. Now, if you was all that in the 80s, okay, that's all good. That's your business, your lifestyle, that's over with. You ain't banging no more, so don't represent it no more. And then you got to think about these parents out here. They want their kids to come outside and they want them to play. But then you look at a video and you got these guys with this Crippin' thing, talking about the history of how they was Crips and how they was this, and they was big dope dealers and what they sold and this and that. But the thing about it, they brag about the wrong things. I ain't gonna say I wasn't a dope dealer, because it was a part of an era that came through. But at the same time, you want to brag about how much dope you sold and you was the man, but how many lives and homes did you break up? And that's a big reason why things are the way they are today. It's because of that. And these guys that get out there and glorify that stuff on YouTube, to me, I'm an activist against gang activity. I really want to say some names, but I'm going to leave it like that, because they already know who they are. And if I'm wrong, holler at me. We can come right back to Mill. We can sit down at the table and we can debate it, because you're wrong.
Right.
And it starts with, because as a youngster, everybody has somebody to follow.
Has that become a mental disease, a disorder?
It's a mental disease.
A disorder in our community?
All of it. Just like when we used to have picnics. All of LA, the whole LA County, all the blacks would go to a picnic. Now, with this gang and this hood stuff, instead of having one picnic on the first, if you got 50 hoods, you got 50 different picnics. So how many blacks is going to be together? 20 at this picnic, 20 at that one, maybe 25. It's just all separated, divided because of the gang stuff. But then, like I say, I blame the older cats for promoting it, because the youngsters gonna listen to you. I don't care how tough, how bad they are, or whatever. If you come at them correct on making a difference in their life, that's what they need to hear. It's just like this. I would rather tell a youngster, with the energy that you have, don't think about what you got to have right now. You can go to school, go to college for 5 years, get you a career, and have what you want. Why? You can go to prison for 1 year for a felony, and you'll never have your rights to be able to have anything. And being black, you're the last one that any race want to be bothered with. And it's good people from all races. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like the ones with the money and the power, they look at us like we ain't nobody. They don't want to give us the sign. The first time I got fired because they had this machine running. They was doing 36 parts a day. I got a rhythm to where I was doing 85, 90 parts a day. The guy came and fired me because he wanted to hire one of his own people. And I never worked for nobody else since then. I started thinking about myself and doing my own thing. But what these blacks need to do, get out the streets, go to school, do 5 or 6 years, and get a diploma, get a whatever they give you for a position to go and get you a job.
But Kev, Elbow, what does that look like for somebody who doesn't have a general idea what education is, or even a proper idea of what a man is? Because they grew up around all women, they was raised by women, never taught to really be about manhood, and was never showed how to be in leadership.
Well,
how do you combat that? What do you do?
This how it was with me. I grew up under my grandmother and my aunties and my mom. My pop wasn't always there. So a mother gonna give you, to me, more love than any of them. That's who you need to listen to. She not finna tell you to go out there and be gang banging.
Well, I will admit that women transmit the culture. They transmit the culture to the children. But at some point, the male figure or the man has to come in and take position in that child's life in order to show him what's on the other side.
If he's a man.
That's true.
80% of them ain't.
How do we get there, though? What happened? Something happened to occur. It doesn't just fall out the sky, does it?
To make that happen?
No, for men not to be responsible or not take up their responsibility, or
because to me, most of them want the fast life. So they'll leave their family, leave their kids and everybody just to be in that lifestyle, instead of staying there and taking care of their own and making sure that they do what they do and advance in life.
So you're saying that they caught up in materialism, consumerism, and anything else is just
Yeah, that's the only thing I can see.
okay. I just want to try to understand it.
I mean, it may just be my point of view, but that's how I look at it.
Yeah. So what are some of the solutions you think for the younger people? Because you talked about showing them hands-on, bringing them, teaching them how to build cars and paint cars, do body and fender frames and everything. You talked about that, but have anybody stepped forward? Any of these kids step forward and said, "Hey, Kev, I heard the video and I really want to learn this stuff"?
No, because really, how would I put it? Okay, like now, I'm at Compton College. I done got 8 people that came to Compton College just by me telling them, go up here and you can get your training and, you know, and so forth. They've been doing it. My thing of it is, I really want to get a nonprofit started, get a building, train these youngsters, but I want to be able to pay them minimum wage while they being trained, because you got all these other nonprofits telling you they're going to give you this, you're going to do that, and you don't get nothing back. So you get burnt out.
So what's the holdback on that? What's stopping you from pursuing that ideology?
Having real people to come and step up and be a part of the puzzle, because it's like a person.
It is a puzzle.
It's a puzzle. And having real people. Most people, they want it because of the money. Like the Compton Empower thing. That's what that whole thing was about. Everybody on that board was out to get nonprofit money and all this and all that. That's why I left that alone. They offer me money. I'm like, no.
Too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
I wouldn't even give them chiefs or Indians.
Well, I will say this, man, that the lion and tiger are more powerful. But have you ever seen a wolf perform in a circus?
A wolf? Nah, well, see, I didn't really do the circus because I wouldn't.
That's what I'm getting. My point is,
yeah.
You never seen a wolf, but you have seen a lion and a tiger
yeah.
perform in a circus, but you never seen a wolf, because a wolf looks at things quite differently. A wolf is like you, like when you explained that when that guy did you on that job, and you realized that you wouldn't want nobody else to do you like that ever again, and you went out and did your own.
Did my own.
That's what the wolf does. There you go.
And see, me, I kind of regret now, it may be as a joke or whatever, I never messed with the circus stuff because I never liked the clowns, but I wish I would have went so I would be able to recognize these clowns that's out here now. You got me?
Yeah, we're going to leave it right there, man. We're going to leave it right there, Kim. Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Post, man. You know the vibe. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first of the 15th. And man, the mailroom is sorting. Shout out to the mailroom nation. And man, Kev did an awesome job. You guys have reached. Where can they find you, Elbow? If they want to get in contact with you, man, and building a car, because I know you booked up.
They just gotta give me a minute, man. Give me a couple of months, and I'm gonna give me a building, and I'm gonna do that thing, and I'm gonna put it out there for them to come. But I still need other pieces of the puzzle to put this together, and I need people that's really gonna be dedicated to helping these youngsters become somebody and change their lives, to show them that you don't have to have everything now. You got to build for your future.
Right.
Not for today, not for tomorrow. You got to build for your future, because once you get a certain age, you ain't going to have nothing if you don't have nothing. And ain't nobody going to care about you. Ain't nobody going to help you. All that the government going to give you this and give you that. But they ain't getting you nothing now.
There it is there, Kev.
Nothing.
Well, we out, Kev?
We out.
Okay, cool.
We out.
Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Postman. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation. We got Elbow right here. Elbow, there's one piece I gotta talk to you, man, because I saw it from afar. Somebody sent me the video, and I didn't know what to take of it, but I feel like a lot of people got taken advantage of. And I'm referring to the blue carpet party, the blue carpet treatment. I don't know. I think it was a Snoop Dogg situation. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, Snoop Dogg is a big mentor to a lot of these youths out there, and they all look up to him for his lifestyle of music. Like I told one of Snoop Dogg's homeboys the other day, and I called him on it, and I told him, I said, man, I want to say something, and you tell me if I was wrong or not. And he goes, what is it, Kev? I said, what I gotta say it about Snoop though. He's like, go ahead, man, that's what it is. You the homie too. I said, now just say for instance, if I had a son 15 years old, and I already know he into Snoop music and all of this and this and that, and he came up to me and said, I want to be a Crip like Snoop. Would it be wrong for me to track Snoop down and put hands on him? He said, it would only be right. If it made any sense, because it's like, I look up to Snoop myself. But how you gonna be one person or you gonna be another person? You can't be both. And for all them cats 50 and over wearing tailor-made bandana suits and promoting it, I've had Don Moves call me like, what is this? Is like this a new revolution, or they trying to put this thing back together? But my thing of it is, all y'all wrong, and I feel every last one of y'all need to get on.
I think it should have been inclusive. I think everyone should have been included if that's where he was going, because everyone has a part of it and a piece of this pie or the puzzle.
But the thing of it is, there was no youngsters there.
There was no youngsters there. There was no Damus, no Pirus.
None of that.
There was then, you know, the references that was using didn't weren't there to save black people. They was telling them I'm saving Crips and Crips only. And I get that, but weren't we black first? I was a black man before I was anything else.
Black when I leave here too.
You know.
And the thing of it is just totally wrong. And everybody, I've had people call me from all out of state that saw it because they know I'm affiliated with the circle and everything. And they don't understand it. You can't get no understanding out of that. It didn't make any sense. And just like I'm saying it now, I say it in their face. They can come sit at the table. I'm not a hater. I don't dislove nobody. But when you're wrong, you're wrong.
So quick question. If Snoop provided resources, building, funding, of course resources is funding. He provided space, he provided the computers, he provided the technology, he put everything together for the children. Would that change the outcome?
If he stopped wearing blue rags and bandanas and acting like he a Crip.
So what you saying? He had a Tookie-ish, a Raymond-ish, and a Mac Thomas moment right there with all that super praise going on?
It's worse than that because I knew them guys. It wasn't, to me, Snoop do it for entertainment. That is no part of entertainment.
Too many lives been lost.
Too many lives been lost. What I got out of that was a celebration for the death of all of the blacks that's lost their lives. Because when I see stuff like that, I can't help but think about different bodies and people that I've seen dead, these youngsters that got caught up in some gang stuff. So I'm not feeling none of that, period.
It's a well-known fact, Kev, that dudes bang different hoods but wind up in the same graveyard.
Yeah. And a lot of them get killed by their own people, don't even know it's their relatives.
Yeah, well, so okay. Just want to get your opinion on that. I'm glad.
Hey, that was disrespectful to the whole black race, if you ask me about it. And that's how I feel about it. And every last one of them cats need to get on YouTube and apologize to the world for that garbage.
Yeah, because if Snoop is a icon, a rap phenomenon, known across the world, the people in Japan, people in Germany, people in Berlin, people in England, Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands, Greenland, all across Europe, they don't know what's really going on here. All they do is hear what's in the media and what's being propagated by conservative and liberal media, right? So, but they do recognize Snoop as a rap person, right?
Yeah.
This iconic rap person, right? But they seen all these other individuals that they never met and never seen in a day in their life. They saw them giving Snoop all the praise in the world.
Yeah.
To them, being that they don't understand, they would take into mind that Maybe Snoop is the.
He's in control of the whole gang situation.
Thank you. You took the words right out of my
And
mouth.